said, "You're kicked out."
So the Effigies were preparing to put out another record, and they got together with Naked Raygun, and this was about the time that the Big Black record was being ready to be put out. And amongst us, we just sort of decided that if we're all three planning on putting out a record, if we put the same label name on the record, and we had the same guy making phone calls to the distributors all the time, then that was just as good as having a record label.
And now we've got this record, except what are we going to do? So we created this label. It's called Ruthless Records, and we made little stickers you stuck on the back of the record on top of the plastic, over the address, because we got a P.O. box in Evanston, famous P.O. box, and we just went, we went from there. I mean, we distributed and figured out how to get the thing out.
Yeah, it was a complete DIY.
Yeah, we just helped each other.
And I was just kind of helping Steve out with Big Black. I didn't write any Big Black songs. He just told me what to play, and I played it. And it was the easiest thing to do in the world, to just play bass for Big Black, because you just regurgitate what Steve shows you.
Initially, it was me playing bass, him playing guitar, and the drum machine. And it wasn't working out too well. I was kind of clumsy, and he wasn't that comfortable playing guitar, so we swapped. He played bass and I played guitar. And after about the second hour of the rehearsal, Santiago came downstairs, and he said that the noise that we were making was making it impossible for him to watch the football game. And did we mind if he played with us instead? Instead of being frustrated by not being able to watch the football game, would it be okay if he just played guitar along with us? And I said, well, of course, that's a terrific idea, So suddenly, two of my favorite musicians in the world are playing with me and in my band. Like, how awesome is that?
Basically, it was us, Raygun, and Big Black, and each one of us kind of did something else. But the agreement was that, look, we need to sort of fall under a flag here, because we all were kind of like-minded, and there were no rules, there was no formal company made. It's just that let's just call ourselves Ruthless Records, and sort of like this idea that we're all under, this is what we are, and this is, we need mutual cooperation for our own benefit.
As a guy running a record label, I was terrible at running a record label. I couldn't get them any, I didn't do any advertising, I couldn't get them any promotion of any kind, I couldn't get them any gigs.
There was a Chicago sound. It was its own thing. It was its own creation. We are trying not to sound like these other punk scenes. We're not riding anybody's coattails. We're creating our own thing, and that's a harder path to follow. Harder to get signed. It's easier for that A&R guy. Hey, these guys remind me of, that other band that was successful, so I'll try these guys. Well, these guys don't really fit into any niche right now, so I'm gonna take a pass this time. And I think a lot of Chicago bands suffered from that.
The one funny thing was that we would get intern letters from people that wanted to intern for Ruthless Records in LA, which was, of course, the rap label, which I'd never even heard of.
Well,
I didn't even know what that was.
That finally explained why we got this package of like NWA videos.
Oh, really?
At one time, I finally handed them off to Albini. I said, I don't know what these are. I don't know why they sent them to us.
Yeah.
Knucklehead didn't get the proper rules.
Right, we would get, yeah. It was very interesting.
But we were the first.
Yeah, we were.
To them, their world and what the major labels were doing was just like, they couldn't even imagine being on a major label. So they had to create their own world. And as a result of that, they created what we have now, which is a very active underground and an incredibly successful underground. But they were the pioneers. The first wave on the beach, they always get cut down. They're the first ones to get machine gunned down. But they leave the equipment on the beach for the followers to pick it up and take it forward. So that's what the Chicago bands were like.